Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Quant Network, aka QNT. And it's been a very long time since I've actually talked about Quant, but yeah, today I want to go in depth on a few things. So first off, we're going to be targeting healthcare. So here is Gilbert Verdian's resume. He has worked back in 2014 in the healthcare world. In fact, he was a chief information security officer at eHealth NWS. And then also at NWS Ambulance, he was also the same exact thing. He was a CIO. Um, I really do think that we should focus on healthcare because I think healthcare should definitely be a focus point around DLT and the world of blockchain because there's so many great offerings that it does have for this world. Now, why do I believe Quant will be a main front player around this? Well, I do think that Quant has a lot to offer for the healthcare world, and we'll get into that here in a second. But also, it's the expertise behind Gilbert. I do think that at the forefront of his focus on blockchain technology, I think that he's seen a lot of the issues within the healthcare world, which I do have proof of that. I'll play the video here in a second. But also, we do know that they have been spearheading healthcare innovation for a while, going all the way back to January of 2020. We did see this event, which was Gilbert Verdian basically talking about real world use cases of healthcare and interoperability. This was 2020. This was 3 years ago. But also, we just seen this article get posted back in, well, I should say 2 days ago on Digital Journal, and it says blockchain in healthcare market, next big thing. And if we scroll down here, we do see blockchain in healthcare is an effective technology that can help prevent data breaches in the healthcare industry. It is a secure and reliable method of storing, recording, and sharing sensitive information. The development in providing efficient healthcare services is heavily dependent on advances in the information technology and particularly in the ability to record and store information easily and economically and share it securely among disparate applications and systems. What do you see in market drivers? Growing threat to or of counterfeit drugs, transparency and immutability of DLT, opportunities, significant increase in funding through venture capitalist investments and initial coin offerings, and the market trend, growing adoption of blockchain as a service, cost-effective and secured data interoperability through blockchain. Challenges, absence of awareness and understanding, technical challenges pertaining to scalability. And the big thing here is obviously, yes, interoperability. Having that cost-effective, secure data interoperability through blockchain is a big deal. I've said this even with Zinfin, right? So around trade finance and digitizing trade finance itself, it's a very cost effective thing, right? It could ultimately open the door for a lot more value generation as well as for a lot more opportunity as well. But the problem is that we've never seen digitization within the trade finance area because of the cost of it. That's where we welcome in blockchain technology, tokenization, digitization, etc., because now we have this cost effective solution. That's huge. It opens the door for value creation as well as value disruption. And healthcare is one of those worlds because healthcare is extremely fragmented. The security is lacking. That's why we do see data breaches, etc. Like we could see blockchain spearhead this market and ultimately disrupt it. I think that's a market that's ripe for disruption. And we do see over here from Gilbert Verdian. This goes back 4 years ago, by the way. Listen closely to what he says here.
So fast forward to 2014, I was working in healthcare in the Department of Health. I had an issue where health records were all over the place, and I couldn't connect them together. So what I thought of was, you know what, blockchain can solve this. It's a good use case to solve it. So I ended up solving it for healthcare, for the department. But at the same time, the ISO people said, can we turn this into a standard? This is a really good idea. So I ended up founding TC307, which is the ISO standard for blockchain. So now we have 46 countries working together to solve blockchain, and that includes privacy, security, reference architecture, terminology, interoperability, governance, use cases, smart contracts. So 46 countries are all working together to solve blockchains, and the next meeting is in London in a couple of weeks in May. So I wanted to talk to you about networks.
And that was basically it. But ultimately, he's seen a problem around healthcare, and he solved it. He solved interoperability around healthcare. And over here, we do see that the market trend is that Cost-effective and secure data interoperability through blockchain could be a big thing. I do believe that Quant is already at the forefront of this. They solved it. They solved it. Like the technology offering here is already there to solve these problems. But also TC307. TC307 is the standard that they created, and it's going to be the game changer around DLT adoption, DLT use cases, smart contract adoption within these markets, industries, etc. Like this is a big game changer. This is a big deal. Now, also with TC307, which by the way, it's much larger than 46 countries now, but with that standard, it opens the door for a lot more adoption. And I do think that the next level of opportunity here is tokenization. I've been talking about tokenization for so long on this channel, it's almost become, a broken record like market, right? Going back to December 1st, we've seen BlackRock CEO say next generation for markets is tokenization. This got met with an article that got recently posted on March 18th, where it says world's largest asset manager, BlackRock, is exploring tokenization of stocks. This is a $100 trillion opportunity. And we do see down here, in many emerging markets like India, Brazil, and parts of Africa, we are witnessing dramatic advances in digital payments, bringing down costs and advancing financial inclusion. By contrast, many developed markets, including the US, are lagging behind in innovation, leaving the cost of payments much higher. So we are still waiting on the US to really kind of step forward. But I do believe that tokenization is going to be the next big thing as well. I think that these almost every market, every industry, and every sector will be touched by this technology. I have zero doubt about that. Why? Because you could clearly see the efficiencies here. You could see the overall idea of it. We even see up here the chairman also highlighted the potential of tokenization of asset classes that could drive efficiencies in capital markets, shorten value chains, and improve costs and access for investors. But we also seen that at BlackRock, we continue to explore the digital assets ecosystem, especially areas most relevant to our clients, such as permissioned blockchains and tokenization of stocks and bonds. Permissioned blockchains. How do you think that they're going to be able to do that? Well, it's going to be through interoperability. Who do you think is going to offer the interoperability there? There's already one that's proven, right? It's solved. It's Quant. In my opinion, as we look at interoperability between the traditional world and the digital world, the DLT world, if you will, there's going to be one major player around interoperability, and that's Quant. Because they're already here. And with a substantial background like Gilbert does have, and with the TC307 standard that they created, I have zero doubt about Quant. Now, also, right? Like, this is BlackRock talking about this. This is, first off, this is an asset manager worth $8 trillion. $8 trillion of assets under management. At one point in time, it was worth $10 trillion in terms of assets under management. It's a massive company. So if you think about it like this, if they see the value behind tokenization of stocks, if they see the value behind this industry, what do you think happens next? It's going to start small, and then all at once, we're going to see the digital asset space absolutely blow up. I mean, this is going to be a huge market. And outside of tokenization of stocks and outside of healthcare, we also see other areas of opportunity as well. Consulting firm Accenture estimates that nearly half the world's ultra high net worth wealth is held in those non bankable assets, equating to around $30 trillion globally. This is also another step for tokenization, the next generation's family silver tokenizing non bankable assets. Technology now enables non-bankable assets to be tokenized and included as part of people's professionally managed portfolios. Those wealth management firms that are quick to adapt will have a significant competitive advantage. Enabling tokenization of non-bankable assets could be a significant competitive advantage for private banks, asset managers, and accountants that move first. This is absolutely huge. Absolutely. $30 trillion. I'm telling you right now, I have never seen a greater opportunity. And this, like, as we focus on the world of crypto, I mean, if I was just a normie, right, and I was watching the news and I was reading the articles, I would not even touch crypto because we constantly see, this idea, this narrative being pushed around how crypto's this, it's crypto that. But this is what we need to focus on, right? Because if I talk to anybody around, technology and anyone that had an idea around technology, and I said, hey, we have technology within crypto that enables tokenization of hundreds of trillions of dollars. First off, they'd probably say, okay, show me. And I'd show them it. And then they would realize it. See, the thing is that most individuals are asleep at the wheel. They can't see what's in front of them. But if you are here, if you understand this, if you see the things being built, being created, and you understand how big of an opportunity this is. Wealth, ultra high net worth wealth is being disrupted. Look at this. They're talking about real estate, $300 trillion asset class, vintage cars, art, wine, jewelry, and other passion interests. Like this is, I mean, it really is remarkable when you think about the opportunity here. I mean, it literally will spread into everyday life. Every corner of the world will be disrupted by this technology. And we do see down here, tokenization increases liquidity, lowers transaction cost, increases transparency, access to a broader pool of investors, fractional ownership, and all of this is going to be made possible through interoperability. What do you see? Much has been made of the great wealth transfer between baby boomers and millennials. Over the next 25 years, it's estimated that baby boomers will transfer up to $68 trillion to their children. Inheritance and succession planning can be a significant source of stress for families, and tokenization could provide a solution. I mean, this is truly remarkable. I mean, yeah, I do believe that the great wealth transfer is upon us. I do believe that it's starting. And I do believe that it's going to be centered out on technology like DLT and blockchain. And this is very, very exciting. I cannot tell you how excited I am for the future of DLT to truly be realized in. It is only a matter of time. And this is a generational opportunity. It truly is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And I really do think that everyone that is here, everyone that sees the value behind this, everyone that realizes the value behind this, you are going to truly change your life through investing into opportunities like this. Because again, we're looking at these corporations, these big asset managers, we're seeing banks, enterprises. I mean, it's a vast market, and we are seeing so much adoption. I'm very excited for the future around crypto, and yeah, I could not tell you guys how happy I am to see things truly aligning up. I know that we still have a few battles on the forefront, like regulations and things like that, but once we get past them, the sky's the limit. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, because definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on it because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. It's just up to you all. Have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.